Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Sagittarius. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to the week starting April 5th, 2021. And just a quick heads up for all y'all who are part of my Patreon. Remember that the weekly bonus astrology report is coming out here at the end of tonight, so stay tuned for that. And we are doing double readings now. Same format, just extra cards. And so, you know what, we're going to be getting a little bit more. Sometimes these things show up as two separate themes or two separate events. It all depends on what's going on in your personal life story. So let's talk about the astrology first. What do we want to talk about when it comes to this week? Well, recently, as of a few hours ago, we had Mercury, planet of communications, haste, and speed, move into Aries. And he's going to be in Aries for about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And Aries is your 5th house of love, romance, parenthood, as well as any kind of creative effort you are trying to manifest, to bring forth into being. And with Mercury, this is a time where you're going to notice a lot of developments start to speed up, really pick up the pace in all of these areas of your life, especially if you've been working on maybe making progress with something that has been maybe not able to move forward as quickly as it could due to other delays, other priorities. A lot of you single Sagittarian people are going to be actually finding you're quite popular. You're going to be actually having a lot of options come forward for you, especially because with Mercury in the 5th, we become a lot more visible, yes, but we also have a lot more I guess you could say there's sort of almost like a signal that happens with Mercury in the 5th house, where it's kind of like having people who want to reach out to you make the first move. And so, make yourself seen, make yourself known, right? We got to work with the horoscope, do the work. But you will notice that a lot of those lines of communication are not only open, but they're staying actually quite active. This is also a great time to speed up progress with any kind of developments in relationships where we are trying to actually mature the relationship in some way, whether that is, delving deeper into our bond, exploring new ways to express our love for each other. A lot of relationships actually going through a new form of feeling and becoming established during this time. And if you are also interested in deepening a relationship with one of your children, or even taking steps to increase your success with becoming a parent, this is your good window. So what's going on when it comes to your cards? Well, for your spiritual themes this week, you have the Lover's card upright and the High Priestess in reverse. And with the Lover's card upright, this is a week where you're going to be noticing that you're getting a chance to start teaming up with a lot of cool one-on-one buddies that are creating these strong win-win partnerships, win-win collaborations with you. And it's going to be really important to make sure that you allow yourself to become more cordially engaged with those that are showing an interest in you and wanting to maintain an open line of communication with you. The thing I'm actually getting from this, though, is that with the Lover's card upright, we're going to want to make sure that we keep this also friendly and make sure that we don't let the trappings of protocol or formality be something that maybe actually keeps this from feeling too close or too comfortable. And you may notice this showing up at work, you may notice this showing up in your spiritual life, all over the place. But with these alliances forming, and a lot of alliances going on for a lot of different signs, you're going to be noticing that you're getting paired off with a lot of really good people. However, with the High Priestess reversed, it's also important to pay attention to where you're going to be getting some news this week where you might have to really reassess where certain teachings or certain messages or certain discussions that you've had, you yourself may have been misinterpreting. Whether you've been misinterpreting signals or misinterpreting something on paper. We all go through it sometimes with the High Priestess reversed. It's nothing personal, right? And, general horoscopes, healthy is not taking general horoscopes personally. But with the High Priestess reversed, it does look like we may actually be finding out about some gold and some golden opportunities from clearing up our own misunderstandings and our own misinterpretations of maybe some messages, some interactions, conversations, whatever that have been maybe coming through to us in recent weeks or months. And when we do clear that up, we may find out that we almost missed out on something quite spectacular. As we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work, your job, your finances, you've got the Moon card in reverse and you've got the Empress in reverse. So kind of a polar week, a really good and then kind of a Well, with the Moon card in reverse, we actually have something being divulged or revealed to you over the course of this week as it relates to a financial or professional priority that actually serves you very, very well once it comes out of hiding, once it is unveiled. This could be either a hot tip, a very cool connection, or maybe even something that you are being shown behind closed doors that you could take advantage of when it comes to either launching your career or also stepping into a much more wealthy way. With the Moon card reversed, this could actually also be a bit of information about somebody that you're working with, either professionally or just, again, working with in some kind of collaboration that is also giving you a shortcut to success that you didn't know was there, that is not a bad shortcut. Now, with the Empress reversed, I am also seeing, though, that you're going to most likely be doing a lot of work around reversing damages that could have been done by somebody that's been sort of the cause of their own misfortune. And this can sometimes happen in teams and in workspaces or even in family situations, or again, collaborations that if we're not careful could do some collateral damage. And with the Empress reversed, as I say in the Tarot Home Study course all the time, she is her own worst enemy. Might not necessarily be a she, but with the Empress reversed, we are seeing a situation that had no business trying to carry on like they were right for the job or right for the work or right for the situation. This could even show up as a client or a customer that is fouling up something that you are doing for them. Either way, with the Empress reversed, remember, if the situation of the person is their own worst enemy, you really have no obligation to step in and try and save them from themselves if getting in closer is going to pull you down. All right? Take care of yourself. Remember that. The Moon card reversed is where you want to put your focus right now. You don't need to get distracted by the Empress reversed. As we get on to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you do have the Three of Cups reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed. And with the Three of Cups reversed, I am seeing that there may be something going on where you are finding that you're struggling to get people that do not get along or simply are not going to get along. They're not compatible to occupy the same space. It's sort of like, worlds colliding in such a way where we need to find another way to keep our friends or, stay on good terms with people without trying to force everybody to be in a space where they would just simply fight or simply argue or have drama come up. Because with the Three of Cups reversed, I am seeing a lot of you Sagittarius people feeling like you have to choose between friends, or choose between cultures, or choose between worlds, choose between support systems that seem to be at odds. The thing is, I do not feel that this is irreconcilable, but you are going to need to see where the troublemakers are, because I think each side is going to have their share of troublemakers, and see what you can do to make a third option for yourself and anyone who is open to peace. As we get on to your Nine of Cups reversed, I also see that there is a wish getting granted for you by a social contact. Somebody is actually helping you achieve an important feat or meet an important goal. But with the Nine of Cups reversed, it is going to be something that's going to be a little rough around the edges. It's not going to be 100% to spec. And I'm not seeing this as necessarily being something bad. I'm always telling my clients not to get overly attached to some kind of firm, hard, and set script, because you're missing out on a life. The Nine of Cups reversed is indicating here, this is an opportunity for you to actually have your cake and maybe eat it later, or have your cake and eat it too. It just might be a different flavor. You may have ordered the chocolate raspberry, but what you got was, vanilla raspberry. It's still a damn good cake. And with the Nine of Cups reversed, it's important that you encourage the efforts being brought to you with positive reinforcement. As we get on to your challenges, this week you do have the Judgment card in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. And with the Judgment card in reverse, I do see that one of the biggest challenges I think that a lot of you may be encountering is that there may be something that we have to abandon as either an ethic, a work ethic, or maybe a discipline, or maybe just a way of being, a modus operandi, a part of, our nature that is not serving us. Now, I know that sounds like a really tall order, because it is. But with the Judgment card reversed, we are actually seeing firsthand where, kind of like the Empress card reversed, something that we are doing or we keep doing is what is constantly reaping what we sow, or precluding us from having the full package that we want to have. This may be something that, we drop in a number of different ways, whether it's dropping a habit, or maybe dropping an approach, dropping a path that we think we're supposed to take, dropping a friend, something that we keep reintroducing to our life, or we keep doing to our life that always ends up, having the same result. This is a week to confront it, let it go, begin anew. As we get on to the Eight of Cups reversed, your other challenge is going to have to do with retracing steps, but not retracing your steps in a way where we kind of go back and constantly fixate on the story we've been on, but actually almost going back and reloading an old save state in a video game, or an old save state on our computer. The Eight of Cups reversed is giving you a chance to go back to an earlier point in either a personal pursuit, an earlier point in your life, or maybe an earlier point in a relationship that is actually going to give it a beautiful opportunity to go down a very, very bright road. However, with the Eight of Cups reversed, we want to make sure that when we go back to that point, that very much like that Judgment card reversed, we also, let go of all the things from the road that we are actually doing that U-turn off of. As we get on to the relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Empress card upright and the Nine of Pentacles upright. And with the Empress card, I'm actually seeing a lot of you Sagittarius people finding an opportunity to really set up a sense of being at home in a completely new way with your partner. This is a beautiful card for establishing a new sense of family in our relationship, in our marriage, in our household. And this also does look like there's a bit of good news coming through a partner, or whether it's about either a material good news or just simply a shift in terms of lifestyle that is really going to actually completely change the atmosphere around the way you guys relate to each other and set up a new kind of longevity, a new kind of everyday, a new kind of relationship standard. Hi, Persephone. Thank you for doing that right in front of the microphone. Here she is. For those of you who are single or available to somebody new, I do feel that you are going to actually meet somebody with the Empress card upright who has actually achieved something that you yourself are also trying to achieve. This is somebody who has actually gone through a lot of the same life experiences as you, and somebody who may actually have already, again, scratched a major goal off their list that has a way to actually maybe even if you only decide to become friends, help you realize that for yourself. The Nine of Pentacles upright is also indicating another great opportunity in love. And this one does seem to be showing up in the form of somebody who I feel is kind of an interesting loner with the Nine of Pentacles, a very successful, independent loner for you single and available Sagittarius people. I don't want to say like a loner as in they have nobody, but this definitely does feel like somebody who has actually spent quite some time being a very successful independent. Of course, they are going to have friends. They probably have their two BFFs, and that is it. But what's interesting about it is that they've also made some serious strides when it comes to actually building what you might call their kingdom. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Nine of Pentacles is indicating that your partner is also making the same strides, and you may also find that your partner has also actually overcome some kind of major obstacle that the two of you have been facing together as a united front, but they've actually been able to, it's almost like you wake up and they're like, oh, that thing? Got rid of it. There's something happening here where there is also another victory to celebrate. So that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.